Hello. Welcome back. We're going to play some more Dyson Sphere today. Join us, won't you? Thank you for coming back and joining us today. Where we left off yesterday, with a few minor additions. According to my math, only 3 of these graphite producers are required for 3 of these, and even then our 6 machines here are struggling to keep up, but they are producing, not at a phenomenal rate that I was anticipating. We'll need to scale this up a little bit more. In the meantime, I'm shunting the rest of this graphite into a logistics station that will make available to the rest of the planet at large. So, we'll start there. Most of today is probably going to be much of the same. We're going to try and scale things up a little bit more. A lot of this has been in service to this little square of production and this square of production, and then of course the science. Each one is a self-contained unit, the exception being red and yellow science are intimately intertwined with each other. Inseparable, maybe? I don't know. But it's a good tack-on build for each other. They complement each other well, which is why I did that. This one is truly self-contained. Calls in all the materials it requires and pumps out finished cubes for our ring. That being said, all of this is consuming large swaths of our planetary real estate. Of course, I had a chatter in YouTube side of things mention that I do have a lot of barren land. In order to make use of that, we're going to have to empty out our foundation supplies and make sure that the water that we want to conserve and ship out via various facilities are preserved in our terraforming adventures. And of course, all the rest of these resource nodes need to be tapped and hauled away. So, that's largely what we're going to be doing today.
Flight mode.
It's going to be not a very long stream. I can't imagine that this is all that entertaining, but let's call it a chat day. So if there's anybody that shows up in our chat that wants to discuss worldly topics or interesting points of view, I'm open for that too. We're going for just a calm Wednesday evening. Well, it's evening here, wherever your time zone is. A relaxed episode of global ecological disaster and chit-chat. yet, don't we? We'll just fill in all these miscellaneous puddles that we keep finding all over the place. I hope there were no fishes in there. They're fossils now. Imagine a large quantity of this soil pile came from another planet even. It's harvested on my adventures on our first planet, Babs. It has no water and several high elevation plains that I paved flat to recover the soil as part of my early game strategy to accumulate a large stockpile. Because I knew that at some point this very activity would become necessary. I did not want to be embarrassed by having insufficient quantities of soil for my plants. I find enough ways to embarrass myself in other ways. Being unprepared is one of them, for sure. But I prefer the horrific planning disasters over the lack of resource disasters. If we're going to be picking and choosing. There's some soil to be recovered here. Looks almost like a tropical region. Puts me in mind of Warhammer 40k Forge Worlds. Just paving a square kilometer of territory perfectly flat for a parade. A parade that lasts maybe an afternoon. It's not our most effective use of territory. I imagine they repurposed it after the parade or something else, or at least one would hope. This is Warhammer 40k, right? Grim, dark, and all. This is a very colorful version of the grim, dark concept. This was a dark fog landing location previously. When they land in water areas, they do you the nice service of raising the surrounding area up around for you. Oh, goodbye, trees. You will be missed. Hopefully by somebody. I must sound so cruel and callous. I'm not. I love the trees. Just not where I need to build my factories. So very sorry. It's coming along. It's coming along. Oh my. It's a rather large puddle, isn't it? Clean up on aisle 3. No, not that one. I lost my tooltip too. My. Miss Butterfingers all over again. Just making sure I'm not being too liberal with the soil pile I do have. We haven't gotten very far, so. Oh, yes, that's. I also wanted to replace most of this with this wind here with solar power. It's a little bit more compact in terms of space consumption. Although I have large swaths of territory available, space will rapidly become a premium for sure. It's not to be underestimated. Factories will grow significantly larger from here on out. One of the things I will admit to doing is spend quite a bit of time watching other Dyson Sphere program streamers. Mostly because I'm curious to see, you know, where they're at, what kind of interesting solutions they might implement. Cosmo Volley is an interesting character. His playthrough is significantly more advanced than mine, of course. So, watching other streamers that are further along than you does cause a bit of jealousy, anxiety. I don't know how to call it.
A landing relay station
A sneak peek of things to come. Where might you be going, my dear? See how tight our new defense network is. I think that's a success. Thank you. We can continue our excavations in peace without having to run off. Deal with the foggies. I know that they're called the dark fog, but if I take my glasses off, I have kind of poor eyesight. And the funny little tri-star at the end of the dark fog logo, to me, looks like a Y with my glasses off. Foggy. Makes them sound silly. I mean, what is a dark fog? Wouldn't that be like smoke? Who am I to judge? It's like when StarCraft first came out. What's a Zerg? Now it's common parlance in video game terms. It's an adjective even to Zerg. So, never judge a book by its cover, right? Says a little cartoon cat girl in the corner. Hee hee. See, our upper band should match our lower band in terms of power generation. Wind power is nice and all, but it's so early game tech, you know? It's to me it's almost kind of like decorative infrastructure, the kind of thing you add to a planet after all the factories have been built and you have a bit of spare space to throw down some stuff, but not enough for a full factory or a full power production facility. But you got little strips here and there in between. So you just gingerly populate the area with couple of wind turbines. Nice neat rows. See, anybody who's played Dyson Sphere program will understand that what I'm doing isn't all that necessary, but it's part of a mental preparation checklist, preparing the work area, the scale of which will be fairly grand. Most likely encompass the rest of this planet, and force the removal or displacement of some of the existing infrastructure as well, just to reorganize and reaccommodate. Anybody who watched the stream previously will know that I'm not afraid to just tear it all out and let it all fall on the ground. We'll pick it up afterwards. It'll be messy. It'll be sloppy. Might even be entertaining. Your time draws near. This needs to be redesigned, I think. I could, this is basically just a copy paste of that and then doubled, turned upside down, added on a few, but the whole design screams of bootstrap. There's a lot of junk just sitting in a trunk.
Flight mode.
What you gonna do with all that junk? There's no bullets, so a couple of logs, a couple of crystals. I ended up with some camerolite ore. I don't know where that comes from, but
Flight mode.
probably came out of a rock that I broke somewhere. What was that looking for? You. You're already full up. I already filled all of these up. Is that what I did? There you go. You can take that. I must have been here before. It means the system's not being highly productive. Well, all of this is dedicated just, you know, building me some machines and maybe helping with the science, which is currently turned off. So put that into there. I do not have diamond production, do I? I do, yes. Good, good, good. I got most of it. Not. I got all of it. Good show. Good show. How about you? You want some stuff? Who needs some titanium?
Flight mode.
Come back to these guys. Okay, you're good. How about this? No, you're copper. Are you full? You're full. How about you? You can squeeze in some over here. You're full. We'll just drop it into the storage tank here. Oh, drop it in, drop it in. These storage tanks are full. I need to do something about that. Do I have room in you? No. Do I have room in you? Yes. That way. keep it floaty for now. I'll end up doing something silly. Hee hee hee. Let's do I have a line coming in? No. Right, that was well intentioned way back when. But thoroughly unnecessary as of right now. We're gonna local remote supply, that should be fine. And, oh my god. Taya. What am I supposed to do with all this spare titanium I've got lying around? Wish I could give some off to Cosmo. He was having titanium deficiencies today. So I got this shit oozing out of every box. Okay, let's see. We've got a bit more. Oh yeah, we missed a big chunk there, didn't we? Let's get back to it. How are we doing over here? Just fine. Just more land reclamation projects going on. Bulldozer on 2 legs.
Mineral
And
depleted.
a magic wand that can place foundations at a distance. The suspensions of disbelief required for some games, you know? If you really take a serious look at what you're really doing. It's definitely some sort of quantum teleportation malarkey going on. How's that look? It's a little lumpy. There we go. Text from my brother again. He's having a grand old time, I'm sure. He pointed out the fact to me that by becoming a multi-streamer or multicaster, I guess you call it, streaming on Twitch and YouTube, I kind of have to split my focus even further because YouTube has its own chat system that I must also monitor and respond to in real time. supposed to have a chat widget that shows up on the screen here, but I can't see it in the game, so I've got a different panel for that. And of course, got a cell phone and a laptop to help me out. Hopefully I can get a second monitor going soon. So, not an impossible setup, obviously, because I'm doing it right now. But it'd be easier if it was all being done on one system, one computer. And just provided me with multiple screens to condense everything. I'm sure there'll be some plugins or technical programs and upgrades that'll solve all of these little problems. Most people probably don't even care about it, so. Mind you, there's a whole selection of content available on YouTube to teach you how to become a better YouTuber. Bit catch-22-y. But I mean, it's pretty cool stuff, you know?
Flight mode.
All very exciting stuff. It's a very exciting time. There's so much going on, so much to learn, so much to see. I don't need to totally destroy the forests yet. We're doing alright on soil pile for now. These are problematic, for sure. Boop, 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 boop. The most fascinating Dyson Sphere programs stream on Twitch and YouTube. We're going to be needing this territory as well. This fractionator line is very much, like much of my other constructs, a slap together. We had the technology, we can build it. So I built it, I threw it together. We're using mostly memory on how these things are set up. I was mostly correct, so I didn't fine tune it for any kind of ratios or maximum capacity. I just 20 machines one way, 20 machines the other, and set her off to go. So desperate need of a better fuel source for the trips amongst the stars. A lot of what I have in mind for all this territory is single unit productions, something akin to, let's get our tooltip. This thing here, which is going to be for circuits. It's I like the idea of creating a generic style blueprint similar to this, but without any kind of programming in it. This one would be ideal for a 2-ingredient construction. So any recipe that requires only 2 ingredients, you just slap one of these down, program it up for what it is you want to make, and set it to go. So you could set up, well, you could set up doubles for single line productions like this, and then doubles for this, and then triples for this. You get the idea. We'd have to do one for the chemical labs as well. A big rack just doing plastic, a big rack doing just organic crystals. And it would all feed into, you know, the smaller logistics for a planetary factory kind of deal. This is where my mind is going. Modules of this nature allow for adjusting of requirements further up the chain. You can lay down one of these blueprints, set it up for production, let it run for an hour or two, maybe half an hour, however long, and see if it meets the needs, and if not, you just lay down another one right next to it. One of the ways I found to just not have to create black boxes for every new scenario. You just start smelting in vast quantities, and then you start crafting in vast quantities. You adjust your ratios based on your needs. I find that approach kind of lends itself better to more time actually playing and less time sitting with a calculator or browsing, you know, calculator websites that tell you exactly. I mean, you could, you know, that would be a very efficient way. I'm not gonna discount those methods by any means. If I want to fine-tune something like rocket production, it's useful to know how many machines I will need to have up and running for a certain resource to meet its needs, and based on how many large-scale structures I have, or i.e., you know, units, I can tell if I'm going to need more or not. Oh, come on. When you get to planet-sized factories, I definitely find that it's easier to just add extra production chains. Just let the demand go where it needs to go. Some people very much enjoy fine-tuning down to the nth degree. And in early game, I admit that's fun because it's still rather basic, you know. The ratios are pretty easy. It's 2 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 1, that sort of thing. But when you're getting 4 or 5 production chains in for a single product, all with completely different ratios, production times, it's more abstract algebra at that point than just your basic accounting. And, I'm here to relax, build cool factories in a chill, relax, easygoing environment, conducive to chit-chat, or just peacefully falling asleep on the couch or in front of the computer to the sounds of industrialization.
Flight mode.
Terraform the planet day. It's all fine and dandy when the belts themselves could float, but factories cannot. Most of them, at least. Not too shabby, not too shabby. These lumps will get mostly ironed out if I manage to slap factories down on top of them. They'll auto sync and correct themselves to the proper level terrain. And maybe a few dozen hours more into the game, I'll be so rich and saturated with soil and foundation blocks that I'll just pave the planet. Turn it into a parking lot.
Flight mode.
Or a factory floor, in this case. We should be getting close to the end at this point. We've done the equatorial zone. That was the northern zone, right? Yeah. We're in the southern latitudes. We're gonna build some factories. Eventually. Eventually. I promise. we almost done? Oh no. There's more up here too, isn't there? Yep. Yeah, all those wind generators could be solar power instead. I think that'd be better. Maybe we'll work on that next. Although we did solve our power problems in last episode? Last stream? Yesterday? On day 14? The charging of batteries and shipping them across here is all well and good, but it's kind of like an emergency reserve, you know? For when the tank runs empty and you need to keep the power on just a little while longer while the fuel arrives or is made. Whatever the case may be.
Flight mode.
No, I watch. I don't think I will stand up right now, but thank you. Although, for anybody watching the stream, it's always a good idea to remember to get up and walk around every once in a while, stretch your legs, get some water. Adults, check on your kids. Kids, check on your adults. Situation depending, of course. I don't know your situation, so use your best judgment. I think we're almost done. Don't rush it, don't rush it. Be careful and meticulous and thorough. Check everywhere. That you can place a foundation from that far away. How droll. That's French for funny.
Flight mode.
Oh, we actually burnt through about 2 million soil pile doing that. It's not inconsequential. Yeah, we missed a few puddles up here and up there. We'll catch those as we replace it with solar, I think. Speaking of which, I deposited most of my solar panels on the other planet. yesterday. So I'm gonna have to stock back up because running kind of low. Running kind of low. Where's my stuff? Where my stuff at? No. This one too. I think we're okay for now. Maybe I'll keep a few thousand. Just kind of in reserve. Excuse me. It's small nasal excitation. It's a sneeze. That's what that was. Achoo. Okay, so
Flight mode.
we have accomplished that. Now we have to complete this.
Flight mode.
Did I not grab any?
Flight mode.
I didn't grab anything. I just kind of dropped what I was doing it. I needed to go shopping a little. We're gonna do a little shopping. Go to the mall. Pick up some trinkets. We're running a little low, so everything you got, please. Yep. I wanted solar panels too, right? So we'll take them all. No. Gotta close the box before you can muck around. So let's get about doing the whole swapping in of the removal of the old, swap in the new. Yeah? Yes, very efficient building. Actually, I think we could probably leave these guys in for now. It's ugly, but you know. We're not hurting that bad for aesthetics. Oh, I do so hate that. Get out of my way. Oh, shit. Careful what you swipe. Okay, you go back there. Gently. Gently. Apparently I was less than gentle than I thought.
Flight mode.
If you please. Ugh, I hate when it does that. It is the fault line, yes? Yes. Not just me. Going crazy. Well. Not that I'm aware of. Anything's possible, really. Hard to see in the dark, but we'll just walk over to where the light is. Yeah? I don't know why, but you know, this is telling me that this will help with our power generation. The amount of space per unit's required for wind energy is just doesn't strike me as overall efficient. I mean, maybe they are. Like I said, I'm not really here to evaluate the math. Let's see. Yeah. No, that's not the right one. It's 300 kilowatts. 360 kilowatts. So yeah, solar has a better capture rate and a smaller footprint, so to me it's kind of a no-brainer. If you're using up space for wind energy, it'd be better used for solar energy. If anybody wants to, you can debate me in the chat. But you gotta be here watching live to do that, so. I should probably kill all of this, right? Because I can just double up on photovoltaics. Just had the whole smaller footprint debate. I'm definitely going to need this extra space here later on. For all my wild shenanigans. Harebrained schemes. I have a lot of harebrained schemes, so I figured that's where the entertainment value comes from in all of this. Watch me come up with these ridiculous ideas. Watch them fail horribly. Live on stream. It's okay, I don't mind. I'm a pretty laid back individual, so. Yeah.
Blind mode.
The sprawling mess that is my factories. 3, 5, -3. 1 there. That's it for now. We'll start road 2 and 3. Here. If I can. Can I? Really? You need that much space apart? What about you? Yeah, it seems what's your issue? Is it the terrain? Is it this thing? Oh, whatever. Scaling up and up and up and up. Got froggies in my throat tonight. A lot more of these put down. These old things. Most of these have been in position since the beginning of the game, so. Probably a couple of years old at this point. In need of serious refurbishment? Who knows? Who knows? Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
A landing relay station detected.
Oh. They're gonna try again. Shall we watch? Not even close. Poor guys. Poor foggies. Huh? I think that's the third or fourth unsuccessful attempt to land on that planet now. So it's definitely starving them of resources at some point. They're either going to start trying to assault me directly, Or they'll just slowly expend themselves of all their available resources trying to land and failing. And then become, I don't know, ineffective? Incapable of producing more, seeing as they have no more energy gathering. Akin to starvation, energy-wise, because they're harvesting energy anyways. So that's their whole gig. At least it's my understanding of the storyline here. Hope that little guesstimate measure will work out for me. We'll know later on in the future once I clear out those mining operations. Try to fill it in with the missing panels. Why didn't you like that? What's the matter? Seems fine. Something like that is what I imagine. All of this will be wrong simply because all this junk in the way, so we're not going to worry too much about it. And you? Oh, okay. We can fit a couple on here. One more? One more? No? Okay. That's fine.
Flight mode.
That belt is floating. Can I fit something underneath? No. It's not floating high. That's why. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Flight mode.
But what does that do for our power? Maybe not so good. I mean, it's not in the yellow, but that's because we got these, the batteries. So, they discharge exactly what you need. Not a kilojoule less. How are we doing? We're chewing through these panels pretty quick, but we do need the power, so there's that. Things that make you go, Anybody remember that song? I just dated myself there, I'm sure. Right up there with Grooves in the Heart. Right to final. It's unfortunate the whole music player side of streaming, the whole audio portion actually kind of mystifies me. I use the same OBS software to stream to both YouTube and Twitch, which means I'm sending out the same video and audio to both of them. For some reason, the Twitch audio always comes in so much lower than what YouTube has. For some reason, I don't know if they run it through a gain filter or something, run their own AI filters on it to boost the volume, whereas Twitch does not. It's a mystery to me. All I know is that I do sound better on YouTube. I'm not a incredibly loud person. It might be related to how I have my audio set up. I'm kind of forced to use the monitor directly off the microphone, simply because I don't have a cord long enough to reach the computer directly. I'm using little scenarios. Did I really need to put the case that far away? Well, maybe not.
Flight mode.
It gives me more desk space, so. We got a few more. We're slowly boosting our production rate. So our dependency on batteries is going to be diminished a little bit, which is good because I need to also start production of the large gas giant harvesters. And didn't these used to take batteries? No, I don't even have the... How about we do that? Right? Look at that. Go. Once again, I'm ahead of myself. But then, you know, I knew that I wanted to harvest some, so I knew that it was going to be a requirement. Because it is a requirement. For the time being, our hydrogen supplies are doing just fine. But once we get into serious fractionating, we're gonna need it all. And then some. Actually, I could probably fit a lot more. I just ran out, didn't I? Oh, okay, I have some. Yeah, I knew it. I just run out. That's all. And just for fun, max height. Okay, fine. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So. Let's go 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do stacks of 8. Oh, I probably don't even have a whole slot, but it's 5, 10. How about we do this? You're gonna go there, you're gonna go there. Oh, miss Butterfingers again. And that's simply because I want a large reserve. Because I paved over the planet, this will be our only sources of water for some time until I find another planet that has water on it. So you're feeding that, and you're feeding the rest of it to there. Tricky. These belts. More slapdash. I'm the queen of slapdash. Bootstrap it. Bootstrap it all. Oh, come on. Give me this. Typical.
Research complete. Flight mode.
More water than you know what to do with. Yeah? And you too? Except you don't have water tank reserves like you've got hydrogen reserves, do you? Don't really need it at this point, I don't think. There's overkill and then there's ridiculous overkill, right? I don't think that factory is going to be moving anytime soon, so we'll have to kind of build around. No choice. Just like these guys. They're part of the furniture now. The factories need defenses after all. Oh, we're running low again. This is what I was talking about before, is that little box logistics is useful and functional. It can kind of tide you over for a little while. In terms of large-scale production, it just can't keep up.
Flight
Not
mode.
unless you have like massive fields of logistics, you know, dozens of setups just for specific items, multiple setups for, you know, each item. As it stands right now, I only have one item in each setup, right? So each contained unit would have to be reproduced several times just to keep up with a much larger production chain. What do we got here? Got some more? Okay. That's all ammo. Let's see if we can do some manual feeding. Yep. These guys take coal. Okay. Nope. Box. You go there. You go there. No circuits. No stone. Got some glass. You were some of these. Yeah? Yeah. Oh no, no more titanium. Ah. Cosmo, come take some of my titanium. What am I gonna do with all this crap? It's gonna get stuck in my inventory. Ah. Is there room at the top of these things? No. Maybe. No, they're full. Quickly before it fills up. This is not the correct solution. But I mean, I got plenty of raw materials available, it seems. Just probably start doing things like, of course it won't fit there because of that. Okay. Start fresh, right? This will probably get extended by about double, which means I should clear this crap out. But then I'm gonna need at least all of this plus its extra over again, which will probably be over here.
Flight mode.
Oh, looks like we missed a few patches during our paving. More over here. So like, these are 12. That would be 15. pretty long. Which means this has definitely got to go, or I bury it. We're gonna try it. Pull it out for now. And then we also have, is that my well? Just a quickie.
Mineral depleted.
Minerals depleted. Iron, okay. Oh, I hate it when they do this. Where do you want to come out? There? Are you poop? I keep using the wrong tool, come on. Maybe I'm not good at this. I don't care. I don't care. I like this. It's fun. So, go over here. Sure. I'm down with that. Not a fussy girl. Okay, so they do provide power. Oil and coal. Go. So pain in the butt, pain in the butt. So like, oh yeah, because I unified all that. So we'd say something like that. It's gonna tell me it's too close. You just stand in right now, okay? You don't need all of this just yet. You just stand there and look pretty. That's what you do. It's a pretty hefty
Flight mode.
scope, isn't it? extend all of these out the same way once this crap is cleared out of the way. Or I'll just keep it, you know, below the equator line. Where's my equator line? So right here. So it's probably this one here that'll get torn up and moved down into one of these facilities down here. We can have an array of... Actually, I'm not going to use you. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. Too close, maybe? Let's try. Oh, this should be fine. Come on. Why are you backwards? Did I do that in the original too?
Flight mode.
Why on earth would I have done that? Oh my god. Not like it's... Wow, that's embarrassing.
Flight mode.
Sorry you had to see that, guys. I do some weird shit sometimes. Even baffles me. Wow. That was fantastic, wasn't it? We're doing on furnace. We're fine. Poof.
A landing relay station detected.
Oh, they're getting desperate, I think, eh? They really want to go here. That's that. No fuss, no muss. No crying in the shower. A lot of belts, you say? You're not supposed to be there. Kind of in the path of my bulldozing. What to do? there. 9 there.
Insufficient materials.
Well, excuse me. Of course you would. I'm not going to be able to route belts through that. Probably not even going to be able to fit a belt next to that. Oh, I can. Okay. So what if just for you, for this row, for now, I mean, it's not like we're actually building these arrays just yet. That kind of messes things up. No, okay. So we could actually proliferate it. Once we have proliferator, that is. And then once it's empty, we can add an extra line. Right? We're just workshopping. Throwing mud at the wall, see what sticks. That can't be right, is it? Yeah, that's right. What I should do is blueprint the whole thing with the array. Like all of this. Perfection. How much space we got? Okay, we're good on space. So maybe one more? Yeah. So we got one more before
Flight mode.
before we slam into the rear end of our own factory. So we're talking about high volume ore production, or smelting operations, I guess. I mean, it's not as big as, you know, some of the larger operations I've seen, but for the home planet, Gotta do my own content moderation sometimes, you know?
Flight mode.
It's a one-woman show. Just me, my cat, my computer. I came here for these.
Flight mode.
We don't need boosted viewers, do we? We're gonna do this organically. With real people.
Flight mode.
My streams will succeed or fail on their own merit, without having to pay for boosted views. What nonsense. I mean, seriously, who does that? Not you. You're embarrassing me. Oh. Okay. So it takes us from one end to the next. And then we can stack up others on top of this. So we can dedicate a good half of our planet to just prepping and smelting. Now, this particular array that I copied from is for steel, but I'm fairly sure it can be altered and modified as needed. They've got all the necessary ins and outs, I think. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, these two here share a central in line, but that's fine. It's not a big issue. Just means that everything gets proliferated, coming out and going back in. That's what we want. I think for the sake of putting the build together for the first time, we're gonna do away with recipes. That's gonna tell me because I'm too far away. We don't do or at least we try not to. It's, I find it kind of jarring. That's just me. Gotta make sure you get your placement right the first time. Measure twice. Cut once. I'm not a carpenter, but my pappy knew some stuff. Okay. So you should be cleared of your, yeah, so why are you still requesting these silly things? Oh, why me? Why you gotta do this to me? Huh? What if I put something else in there? No. This is a danger of playing with mods, I guess. Of course not. Put the circuits in there. Changes nothing. I was just trying to clear the memos that are stuck on there from the copy paste. Yeah, the mod I installed is the one you saw me using to shift the camera during blueprint mode. Just to make slapping these towers down a little bit easier, you know? The top-down view is not the best for that type of thing. I don't know. This one. Just the belts. Oh, that's right. Didn't want to connect, but yeah, I got it. I don't know. I didn't get it. Okay, fine. This is the inline. Of course, this setup is good for most, especially steel, but oh, why do this? I just hope that having to share a single line for steel, it's not so bad because you've got all this. You know, steel is slow to produce. I might want to give these two centerpieces their own lines in. Oh, you just love harshing me, don't you? Reverse it, connect it, be unified in one. I beg of thee.
Flight mode.
That was one, eh? One last little. Thank you.
Flight mode.
So yeah, it's may not be the best. Let's do a little calculating. A little playing around. Perhaps we can do a little cut and paste. Because I think I want each one of these to have their own line in, right? So let's sever the connections. Come on. There we go. Ugh. Yeah. Oh. That's the other feature of this mod is something I so desperately need is Ctrl+Z undo. Definitely need that one. As you can see, I already had to use it once. Okay, so we're gonna take all of this. And we're gonna move it up. You better be freaking connected. I swear to God. I'm gonna lose my composure. You wouldn't like me when I lose my composure. I get all flustered.
A landing relay station detected.
Oh, this is fun. They're just gonna keep trying and trying and trying. It doesn't look like their ships are diminishing any. I don't know. I wonder if I have to go over there and do some aerial flybys, maybe. But whatever they were sending did not arrive. And everything over here is mine, I assume. It's mine, all mine, all mine. Yes. It's all yours, Davina. Let Cat do her thing. There we go.
Flight mode.
See what we can do is we're not quite up to, well, I could be doing this with blue belts. I probably should. Look at that. Let's do that instead. Because a blueprint this long is going to need the benefit of these blue belts, I think. Yes. You go there, and you go there. You'll come in right here. traffic here, inbound traffic here, and one final outbound. Do cooperate, please. Pass nicely. And then we can have the little... What is up with this? What is up with this? Why do you want to go there? That's not your lane. Stay in your lane, girl. This is my lane. For now. We'll, we're gonna wipe your programming. We'll set you... No, we're not gonna set you at all popular yet. Wipe your programming. Wipe your programming. Upgrade your nubbins. Poof, poof. Okay. So, we gotta get this right. This is for the print. One. Two. Three. Four. It's good. Makes the job so much quicker and easier to just copy paste. We are running out of devices, maybe? That make you feel better? There you go. One big bad smelter array. Ugh. What is going on here? You go this way. I swear to gosh. I swear to gosh. There's always one to vex. If I do it like that, these two will have no power. Is that correct? Oh, okay, they seem to like it. Come on, everybody. Get together. Try to love one another right now. It's cookies for whoever can guess that tune. Terrible karaoke. So it's one big smelter array. Four lanes. Hmm. Let's try a number 4 instead of a symbol. And a capital. It's a smelting array. An array of smelters. Smelters in a row. Arranged nicely. Save that. Where'd I put it? There we go. It should partially work, I think.
Flight mode.
It's gonna jank up because of the green belts. I'm not gonna like those connection points. Yeah, see? Ah. Yeah, and this tower actually doesn't even conform to... Because I changed it, right? I changed the whole thing. Come on. Pop up. Can you just... What is your malfunction? Wow. Just give me that, please. Thank you. Wow. Okay. I think we're gonna do away with the mods for the future runs, like... Oh, what a mess. You're all crooked. Why are you all crooked? Oh, because of you. Well, okay, I'll have to make sure to delete the other ones before I try to stamp them down again. That should work.
Mineral depleted.
What the heck is going on here? You guys are really testing me. Paste it, please. Oh my gosh, you're still being difficult. Doesn't like those, you know, it's really sketchy about whether or not it wants to actually connect with existing structures already in the field. Like sometimes a copy paste will, and other times it just absolutely refuses to, you know, to make any kind of proper connections. So it's almost a crapshoot sometimes as to whether or not your blueprint's actually gonna function the way you want. Simply based on how the game feels at the moment? I don't know. I mean, look at this. Even after you're an invelt, you connect to each other. Turn around then. Please? My. Why must you be so difficult? You can go. Alright. should probably do. It's pointless if you don't place it. Come on. Help me out here, guys. Work with me, dromies. Out of smelters? No. We have smelters. We have many smelters. Smelters galore. Sort of. How about belts? Belt is running low. Smelters. Sorters is fine. Okay.
Flight mode.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, let's start with our original. Where's our line? That line. Of course you are. Yeah, that's expected. That is expected. I kind of wish the extractor for these things wasn't so huge, or that like there was a smaller variant that came up later on. We will go with this for now. Oh, it fit before because all of this was a row over. It won't fit anymore. What am I to do? I mean, what was this? I don't think I'm losing out on too much crude oil by doing that. Right? You again. See what I mean? Like, even to itself, its own blueprint, it doesn't wanna. It just, maybe because I don't have enough belts. Yeah, that could be it too. But no, there should at least be like a connecting link, right? Like, what is up with that? What is up with that? I can't be the only person that notices these weird little, I don't know what to call them, incongruities, strange happenings, bizarre mechanics I don't understand. Throw your suggestions in the chat. I mean, could be a skill issue. I'm perfectly willing to admit that, but somebody at least tell me it's a skill issue. I just, obviously blueprinting is not a skill issue. I see green where you should be blue. Are you gonna be green? Yes, of course. Go figure, right? So we'll have one more piece here, yes. Silly, beyond words. We're running low. But I mean, you know, it's a worthy cause, right? We've got two more large arrays to build. This was just a measuring stick, so I know where to start. Roughly. This, of course, you know, impacted my start point, but 4 large arrays is not bad, and then we'll be able to fit another larger array. Silicon crystal, magnets, and then another one just for copper and iron on the top row. So yeah, and this is how we're gonna scale up everything else, because then it makes it easier to slap down little blueprints like this that just call in the raw resources they need. So in this little one, he's doing circuits, so he'll call in copper and iron, proliferate it on entry and exit, and then make circuits available to the entire planet. And if I start running all on circuits, then I put down another one next to it. And then my plan is to basically go through all of the secondary tier, you know, products. We're going to start with, you know, the base products, get those all into smelting arrays, and then we'll work our way up from there. So we'll have a chain that produces just combustible units. We'll have a chain that produces just motors. Chain just for turbines. This is, again, you know, how I plan to be able to scale it up to larger units. So rather than adding, you know, an extra 2 or 3 machines, we add 12 machines, 18 machines, 24 machines, whatever we need. Whatever we need.
Flight mode.
Let's have a look here at this. You be that instead. Yes. So obviously that is one of the features of the mod that is installed, but why don't you have your proliferator line installed? Seriously, do I not? Oh, that's not the right one. No, I didn't include it in the blueprint. Silly, silly.
Flight mode.
Of course, anything you forgot in one, you forgot in the other. Of course. Because they're all the same. Please go away.
Flight mode.
Might as well check them all. No, this one's fine. Okay, I just clipped it. Powered. Not powered. Powered.
Flight mode.
Troubleshoot as much as we can now before we turn the thing on. In the hopes, the desperate hopes, that when we do turn it on, everything works. Cross your fingers. Good luck, everybody. Yeah. Because the solar panels got closer here, that's why. Yeah, we're missing some stuff. That's okay. We'll get some more. It's not far away. So far it's just power poles and smelters. So I think we'll do a quick run over to our supply chest. Pick up what we need. Good. Hang on to that for me, will you? Just use the space. You can fit that. No, 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 no. And again, stuck with some titanium in my pockets. Always stuck with titanium in my pockets. There we go. Who needs some water? No. No. You. There we go. Where the graphene goes into the nanotube production. Or belt production, whatever. Not important. What's important is we've uncluttered our storage. I know I've mentioned it before, but I really do enjoy the soundtrack to this game. It's a hallmark to its quality when you can listen to it for hours and never quite get tired of it, you know? There's one that sounds like the Marble Contraption song that you see on YouTube. At least that's what it reminds me of. It's a wooden hand-cranked machine that drops marbles, moves marbles around within itself. It makes all sorts of music. There's an element of the soundtrack that sounds a lot like the song that he plays on that machine. So. Come on. You can do it. I believe. I will help. We got it. Let's give it a quick once over. Make sure all our lines are connected properly this time. Yes. I think I'm on it. No, I'm definitely on it. You, again. What is it this time? Water. Water. Construction halted over a simple puddle. How shameful. We're still holding out, but none of this is operational yet, right? It's all just sitting idle. But they've got alarms now. Well, look at that. Recipe is locked. Well, oh, it's just not assigned yet. Oh, I tell you, there's all sorts of interesting little bells and whistles that have crept into the game since 2021. So it's a lot of fun finding all of these, bit by bit. Of course, you know, I've read the patch notes over the years, but you know, it's one of those cases where if you're not actually actively in the game, it's hard to follow along with what exactly all the patch notes are referring to sometimes. So I don't even know if that was there before. I don't think so. I certainly don't remember ever seeing an alarm. So like if I set an alarm, well, it tells me it's okay. It just points to the smelter. because it has no product. That makes sense, I guess. That's yet one more interesting feature to figure out. Right? Oh, that reminds me.
Flight mode.
I wanted to incorporate.
Insufficient materials.
Oh, do stop. I've got plenty of materials, you silly machine. It would actually fit right there. Just well, that looks kind of cool, actually, don't you think? Ooh, extra ports. But no, it's gonna be resource monitors, so that. Why on earth would you do that to me? There you go. So the problem that comes with these is you have to set them up. Oh. No, we don't want an alarm. What? Why is there an alarm sound? None. There we go. We just want the icon. Goofball. Let's do it on a 30-second cycle. Well, fail and no cargo. Should be in fail right now. Unless it's waiting the 30 seconds to elapse. Yeah, now it's gone into fail. What, you don't have power? Why don't you have power? I could have sworn I slapped one of these down. So, after 30 seconds, all of these should go into fail because they've got no product, right? Fail, 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 fail. Yes, okay. So, and you have no power. Okay. This should be our full and complete proper blueprint without all the errors in it. Right? Right? What are you doing? We have all our elements in here. Got everything we want. Copy that. Paste it in. Where's my icon? There it is. What do I call it? 4-lane. should be functional. Now, will it let me? That's the $20 question right there. It does. Haha. Come on. Here we go. You got your resource meters. Okay.
Flight mode.
We'll let the drones finish up here for a second. I see errors. Why am I seeing errors? Why must you do this to me? I swear to gosh.
Flight mode.
Well, the other ones are fine. No. Oh my god. What is up with this? Like, seriously, how many times do I have to fix this before it actually remains fixed? How many freaking times do I have to blueprint this over and over and over again? It's getting kind of irritating. Yes, yes, you too. Oh my god. Kindly select.
Flight mode.
It's very frustrating. And you stupid dot. See? This is the one I copied, right?
Flight mode.
I'm pretty sure that's the one I copied. It's fine. No, not you.
Flight mode.
Okay. Finally. It's gonna make me paranoid about my builds now. Like, come on. And you're what on earth? No. There's definitely some funky ass mojo going on here. No, I gotta go back and check again. Jesus. Yeah, oh my god. I don't understand this. No, let's verify first. belts are connected.
Flight mode.
Right? This better freaking work this time. Otherwise I'm gonna pitch a fit live on stream. Can we get out of blueprint mode now, please? Thanks. Thanks.
Flight mode.
You're testing my patience tonight. Connected in the back too, yes. All our belts here are good. You of course are missing your contraptions. And you just, I have no idea what you were trying to do or thought you were trying to do. Like, this belt's clearly not in the right place. It's wrong on so many levels. And like, I'm pretty certain we started with a blank slate here, right? I'm not just going crazy.
Flight mode.
Just like that. Slaps itself down perfectly. Yeah, right. If only that were the truth of the matter. How many times do I have to correct this ridiculous thing before it finally figured itself out? Watch, I'm gonna come back in a few days and it's gonna be like whole swaths where like the inserters are missing or something ridiculous like that. It's the Dyson Sphere program poltergeists. You come in after you've saved your game and scooch all of your builds over by one line. But only half of it. It'll be worth it, I hope. Honestly, the spacing is not, you know, the best, but I didn't want to like jam it because if I want to add another box here, you know, I want to be able to leave myself some room to adjust if necessary. There's a high probability the boxes won't be necessary, but in the event that they are, they'll be there and I'll have space available for them. I find it challenging to provide interesting commentary on smelters being placed in an array. I'd tell you about my day, but it was largely uneventful. I spent most of my morning doing some online job searches, doing some PR,
Flight mode.
connecting with the folks on LinkedIn. While I was watching, or more accurately listening to Twitch streams in the background. Recently joined a new message board on Discord server that it's a very open and inviting community, so I'm looking forward to interacting and growing with them in that area. It's all very kind of private, not all that interesting, honestly. See, I anticipate this is going to become annoying, but it should all go away once these are tuned and functional. So it's just a question of what do I want to put in these things. Right now they're actually kind of big enough that I could throw in, like, you know, 1 row of copper, 2 rows of iron, a row of steel, and they'd probably still be able to meet the needs of this planet, at least. This is a certain degree of future-proofing, I guess you could say. We have a shit ton of coal and oil. Very much in the way. How close can we get? Right up next door? It doesn't quite line up, does it? Let's have a closer look. All the way up here. I scooched it down as close as I can. It's there. Oh, I was off by 1. I meant to start back here. If I can. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's like wrapped around the planet. We're going big. Really big. Too big for our britches. We're all out of stuff already. We're out of everything. Oh no, we've got inserters. At least they can place those. Huh? Yeah, this might take a while. I don't have any more belts either. That's it. I mean, they're still laying it out, but it's already been allotted because it's not even in my inventory. It's like it gets placed in limbo or something. There are no smelters either, but all of these are still green. So it's like dumped into a holding. We'll lay down as much as we can now, and then we'll go back for supplies. Let's see if we can finish this up. But things are getting kind of late on my end here. It's almost 11 p.m. Gotta do the whole responsible adulting thing. Get to bed at a decent hour so I can be up early in the morning. Come on, little drones. We only got a few more. Then you can take a small break while we fetch some more. Okay.
Flight mode.
All aboard. Let's fetch some more. Lots more if we can. First stop, belts. Good. Very nice. How's our inserters? I think we're out of inserters too. Yeah, these are. Yep. Take them all. Good. Should be enough to finish the two that we've got stamped down for now. It's funny how you have to actually land on the ground before it recalculates. Do you not want to do belts? It's like me doing filing. Just don't want to do it. You know, I'd almost venture a guess that they design them to fit like this, because like, look how snugly that just right up to the ramp, right? It looks almost like an extension to it. What's your issue? Okay. Just need time. I get it. I get it. Yeah. I'm almost convinced that these things are designed to fit exactly there. I mean, why wouldn't it? It's perfect.
Flight mode.
It's a perfect adapter, or it's not an adapter per se, it's just a sensor, right? So perfect module, perfectly fitted, designed specifically for monitoring logistic stations, and custom fitted for their entry ports. I mean, it makes sense. That's where I'm going with it. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. But it's just a game theory. Haha. Oh, excuse me. So, still got another one to go. Oh, I get it. They don't turn on if there's no belt running through them. Makes sense. Stands to reason. You learn something new every day. If you don't, well, you should. I think this will be enough to dedicate at least a minimum of one row to each available resource, and several resources will have duplicates, like iron for sure, iron and copper for sure. Silicon, absolutely. I'm probably going to dedicate a full 4 lanes just to silicon alone. I'll probably have one for silicon and one for iron. I'll split the difference between copper and what else? Copper and titanium, or yeah, I'm gonna need at least I'm probably even gonna need a full array just for magnets. An array, or at least half an array for graphene. Yeah. So it'll be like, are we at the start? Yes, we're at the start. This is just spitballing, theory crafting, you know? But, and then we'd split that with titanium, I guess. Actually,
that.
Flight mode.
Something like this I would do like, and then these ones would be steel. Up. Like so.
Flight mode.
Of course, I'm probably gonna install a few more, at least 2 more, yeah. So, over here we can have some glass. Over here we can have some stone. We could do 2 rows of graphite. So this last one here is one of our other big ticket items, is magnets. And with that in mind, I'm going to try and keep. Oh, I do have one more. Okay. I was gonna say I was gonna put another row of iron right above it, so that later on I can put the engine factory up here, and like the direct call for resources will be a little bit closer in terms of magnets and iron. But then the other resources are still far away, so kind of a moot point. There you go. That's kind of the rough idea, the larger array. And like I said, when I started this is, a smaller, more compact version of, later on we'll be able to fit like twice this out of one station, I think. But for now, this is already more than, like, far more than I don't know what I'm pulling in. So these will not be running at full capacity for quite some time. I don't think so, at least. I could be wrong. But we have room for growth. So that's where I'm at with that. It's where we at. Let's see how many solar panels we've produced in the interim. Whilst we were building smelting arrays. See if we can finish up that last little. Right over here. Oh, there. It's good. See, that's what I mean. It's like, it's well tuned for like slow building in chunks. It's not going to be very much good for planetary factory setups or large-scale constructions. So what I'd like to do is eventually upgrade the whole mall system into a logistics feeding system. I had created something similar where once I had established the larger smelting arrays and the individual resource production units, it made it significantly easier to scale things up to larger productions. And then with that, you could just dump it in on all into a logistics hub at the North or South Pole. And then if you set it up right, you need never go back home to pick up missing resources or missing materials, simply because no matter where you are, you could just, so long as you've got at least one interplanetary logistics station, you don't even need to power it. You don't even need to have ships for it. You just plop it down, enter a request, and just wait for a ship from the home planet to deliver your Amazon package to you on your new planet, and you can instantly start setting up whatever production you want right there and there. And with the advent of this new logistics tab, that should never be a problem ever again. So we are going to build the factory. It's going to help us build the rest of the factory. I don't think I like that at all. So we're just going to leave it for now.
Flight mode.
Yeah, everything's kind of on idle because, well, the only thing that's actually running is the logistics farm, because I'm not doing any research. Let's do what I wanted to take care of before, which is the gas giant harvesting. Now, my original logistics was right here. This build requires 4 ingredients, so it's kind of a wide one. It's gonna make fitting it in challenging. We want logistics 4 input. Where can we put you? Can you fit up here? Yeah. Don't judge. Starter planets are never pretty, right? Right? That's gonna be the other thing. So we're gonna have to set up. Yeah, that's what I wanted. This guy. I gotta make sure I choose the right thruster. I've made the mistake of choosing the wrong one before. Not good. What else? Super magnets and regular towers. Building. Of course you need an extra goose. You need to be told what you've got. And of course you all need drones. There you go. So, one route available. Just no supply because you're what? You're making more deuterium? You're full. Okay.
Flight
That
mode.
means you're also full. Yes. And you're also full. This is bountiful. So also 4 ingredients.
Mineral depleted.
I'd have to double up on these things, or yeah, these guys are being consumed pretty quickly. Why did I need to build them again? I'm sure I built them for a reason. Oh yes, it's for this. And then of course, none of those gas giant harvesters will be built without a battery supply. Want to tug it off to the side, right? So doesn't need to be super high visibility, just within reach of the other station. Can you guess? Good. Distribute, provide, drones. I did say provide, yes? Provide, unavailable. Good. So it's just the super magnetic rings are very high demand items, so I might want to consider building a second one of these just to get her done. But yeah, this as fun and easy as this makes, you know, portions of the game, it's not fast by any stretch of the imagination. Why are you missing an ingredient? What are you missing? Magnets. Of course, because no, you're supposed to be these. But now that's just one more person fighting for these. So we're gonna have to let that crank along for a while before this one gets the parts he needs. But hopefully we'll be able to harvest our gas giant fairly soon. Kind of hoping that let's go have a look here. Fire ice. There we go. That's the one I want. Because that alone is going to help reduce the recipe requirements for carbon nanotubes. This one right here. No? Is that not it? Okay, it's just regular graphene. Still, like, you know, won't need any graphite or sulfuric acid, which is a rather cumbersome roundabout way when you don't have access to the sulfuric oceans yet. So But yeah, I think that's gonna bring us to a wrap for today. Thank everybody for joining me. I had fun.
Flight mode.
I hope you enjoyed yourself as well. And we will most likely resume our construction adventures tomorrow. We'll finish up the smelting arrays and start in on actual production. We're going to start with circuits, magnets, and cogs. Those are going to be the three first ones that we're going to tackle. I'm going to have to lay out some chemical processing because again, this little design is good, but it'll only encompass 2 ingredients. So I need one for single ingredients, one for triple ingredients, one for 4 ingredients, and then I need a variety of setups for various chemical processes. So one for plastic, one for sulfuric acid, etc., etc., etc. So that's probably what we'll be doing in the next few streams, next few days. So I hope you'll join us all for that, and save our game here. So yeah, thanks again, everybody. Have a great night. Ciao.